Hi everyone, this is Kanna Babu. Today we'll discuss about main stack. So we'll try to perform CRUD operations by using main stack. So first of all, we must know what is web application generally. Web application is multi-user application. Multiple users can interact with single application at a time. The type of applications are called as web applications. Is it clear? So these web applications are basically divided into two types. One is static web application. Other one is dynamic web applications. Web application means are basically divided into two types. One is static web application. Other one is dynamic web application. Static web application means the web application whose output is common for all the users. That type of applications are called as static web application. Whoever will open the website, everyone can see the same output. That type of applications are called as static web applications. Example, Wikipedia, W3 schools, this all comes under static web application. Simply I can tell that static web application. Static web application means the application whose output is common for all the users. The application whose output is common for all the users. That type of application is called as static web application. Static web applications can be developed by using UI technologies, HTML, JavaScript, and CSS. Coming to dynamic web application. Dynamic web application means the application whose output will change. The application whose output will change based on user. Will change based on user or location or time. Based on user or location or time. That type of applications are called as dynamic web application. Whoever will open the application, everyone can see the same output. The type of applications are called as dynamic web application. Example, Facebook, Gmail, IRCTC, Flipkart. All the web applications like e-commerce applications, some entertainment related applications like you can go for bookmyshow.com, Netflix, Hotstar, or you can go for insurance related applications, banking applications. This all comes under dynamic web applications. These dynamic web applications can be developed by using technologies, server-side technologies, and today's world is frameworks are there. Like if you want to develop dynamic web applications, you must have the knowledge on programming languages, similarly technologies, similarly frameworks, database related softwares. Database related softwares are also required to develop some applications. Dynamic web application, if you want to develop, these things are required actually. Programming languages means if you take Java, Java is a programming language, and Java related technologies are you can go for servlets, similarly JSP, and Java database related technology is there, that is JDBC, and Java related frameworks are there, like you can go for Spring Boot. Is all by using technologies and frameworks we can develop dynamic web applications. Here we have Spring Boot. Similarly, database related softwares are there. Database related softwares like Oracle or MySQL, whatever it may be. Similarly, if you're from .NET background, you have to learn C#.NET, and then you have to learn ASP.NET. It is a technology to develop web applications, and ADO.NET. It is a technology to communicate with databases. And framework like ASP.NET MVC, similarly ASP.NET Core. Is it clear? And here you must have the knowledge on one database, that is SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. Similarly, if you are from Python background, you must have the knowledge on Python. Python is some people will call as scripting language, some people will call as programming language. Mostly for testing point of view, we'll use Python as a scripting, and development point of view, we'll use Python as a programming, especially Django and Flask. These two are used to develop web applications. And database, you can go for MySQL or MongoDB or SQLite. MongoDB is a NoSQL database. Is it clear? We'll discuss about that. Now coming to, there is one more approach is there in the industry. Is it clear? That is mean stack developer. There are three types of developers are there. Is it clear? If you want to start your career as a web application developer, what are your roles to become a web application developer means here you can become, there are three types of developers are there. One is, I'll try to write here, you see. One is full stack developer. One is full stack developer. Full stack developer means web developer only. And other one is mean stack developer. Other one is mean stack developer. Another one is MERN stack developer, MERN. There are three types of job roles are there in IT industry, especially for web application developers: mean stack, MERN stack, as well as full stack developer. Full stack developers again you can consider as full stack Java developer, full stack .NET developer, full stack Python developer. So when can you call it as a full stack Java developer means you must have the skill set of Java with Angular. Angular is mandatory. Angular plus UI technologies like HTML, JavaScript, CSS. Plus you must have the knowledge on some microservices are required nowadays. And you must have the knowledge on some APIs, that is REST APIs. Similarly, you must have the knowledge on AJAX calls, database related softwares, some new database related frameworks like ORM. All this stuff is required. Java with Angular called as a full stack Java developer. .NET with Angular called as a full stack .NET developer. Python with Angular called as full stack Python developer. If you add Angular to your skill set, then you will become a full stack developer. Are you following? Similarly, coming to mean stack developer means whenever you develop any web application, you must have the knowledge on three things. When you speak about web application, after developing the application, you have to keep that application the common place where everyone can access. That is nothing but server. This is browser, this is server, and this is your database. Database means the place where the data is saved permanently in the form of tables, which is collection of rows and columns. Okay. So here what I'm telling here, now this is your browser, this is your browser, this is your server, this is browser, this is server, and this is your database software. This is your database software. So browser is used to access the content from the server. What server consists of? Server consists of application. Application consists of files. If it is a Java application, it consists of HTML, .js, .css, .java files, .jsp, etc. So the application consists of files. Now this browser will communicate with what? Server. Server will send a response to the browser. Sometimes server will communicate with the database. Browser act. Is it clear? So this is the client server architecture. So browser will communicate with server. Means this technology will call a browser will send the request to server and server will send the response to the browser. The response may be sometimes it will send HTML, sometimes it will send data with HTML with data. Sometimes only HTML output will come to the browser. Sometimes HTML mixed with data will come. Server will communicate with the database server by passing some query, and the database server will execute the query and send the result to this web server. Nowadays, this data again, sometimes the data may be text format, or it may be JSON format, or it may be XML format. Nowadays, JSON is very powerful. This is a general architecture of web application, traditional web application architecture. But nowadays, the architecture is totally, actually, if you develop any web application either by using Java or .NET or Python or PHP, what happened in olden days, maximum application code will execute on server. Total application code execute on server. So unnecessarily burden on server, performance issues are there. But now the current trend is JavaScript is very popular. JavaScript beautiness is JavaScript code will execute on browser. JavaScript is a scripting language. So day by day what happened, JavaScript libraries, JavaScript frameworks became very popular. So first JavaScript is a scripting language. The beautiness of JavaScript is JavaScript code will execute on browser. Later jQuery came. jQuery is a library, JavaScript library to simplify the JavaScript code. Later AngularJS came. It is a JavaScript framework. Later Microsoft has released TypeScript. It is a programming language which supports all the features of OOPs, collections. It is like a regular programming language only, TypeScript. Later Angular was released in the market. Angular, it is also a framework, high-end framework, TypeScript framework, which is used to develop single-page applications. Later React.js is there. Similarly, Node.js is there. These all are JavaScript runtime environments, JavaScript runtime frameworks. Similarly, Express.js is there. Is it clear? So today's technologies, trending technologies, JavaScript only. JavaScript related frameworks become very popular in the market. Are you following? So now I will ask you. So, sir, I want to develop. If you want to become a only full stack developer. Full stack developer means what? Without Java, .NET, Python, if you develop the end-to-end application, then you are called as a full stack developer. Are you following? That is simply you can call as mean stack developer. Mean means M represents MongoDB. Today's our topic is to discuss about mean stack. MongoDB, E represents Express.js, and A represents Angular, and N represents Node.js. So you can ask me, sir, what is MongoDB? MongoDB is a database software or a database server. What is Express.js? Express.js is a framework. What is Angular? Angular is also a framework to develop single-page dynamic web application. What is Node.js? Node.js is a runtime environment. Node.js is a runtime environment. If you want to run JavaScript code outside the browser, then we can use Node.js. Runtime environment means this Node.js will provide an environment to run. It will give support to what? Angular, Express.js. It will give some ready-made Node modules and everything. Is it clear? And it is responsible to run the application also. Is it clear? This is MongoDB. Mean stack, and other one is merge stack developer. Merge stack means in place of Angular, you will have React.js will be there. Then you are called as a merge stack developer. So today our main topic is, what is our main topic means how to perform some CRUD operations by using mean stack, which is very, very popular. Is it clear? For a full stack developer. So I'm calling only full stack Java developer means Java with Angular. Full stack .NET developer means .NET with Angular. Full stack Python developer means Python with Angular. Full stack developer means just you can call as a mean stack developer. MongoDB, Express.js, Angular, Node.js. So generally, what is the architecture of this MongoDB? Let us see. Then we'll practical session we'll try to enter. So here, if you observe clearly, let us assume database. Database means what? The place where the data is saved permanently in the form of tables, which is collection of rows and columns. And generally, these databases are basically divided. If you want to learn MongoDB, you just go to YouTube and type MongoDB by Kannababu. You can watch all the videos. I prepare clearly about MongoDB. If you want to get clarity on MongoDB, just you can go to YouTube and there you can type MongoDB by Kannababu. Here you will get all the MongoDB videos. Are you following everyone? Here you can see MongoDB Kannababu. Here you can watch the videos. Are you following everyone? Here you can see 12 videos are there. You can watch these videos. Yes or no? So that you will become expert in MongoDB. Complete MongoDB I explained here, how to install and everything. But just, so databases are basically divided into two types. One is relational database, SQL database. Other one is NoSQL databases. SQL databases are Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL. This all comes under SQL databases. MongoDB, HBase, Cassandra. This all comes under NoSQL databases. Normally in SQL database, the data will be stored in the form of tables. But in MongoDB, the data will be stored in the form of collections. Collection is nothing but a group of documents. Is it clear? And these documents consist of fields. That fields consist of data. So our main target is to communicate with the database. The database what I'm using is MongoDB. And in order to communicate with MongoDB, one framework is given. That is Express.js. Express.js is a framework which is used to create the APIs. Express.js is a framework which is used to create the APIs. Here the API main purpose is to communicate with the database, fetch the data and send to the server. Is it clear? Express.js is a framework. Is it clear? It is a framework which is used to create APIs. It will always give the response as data. This is your backend application. You can call backend application we are developing by using Express.js. And here front-end application I'm using is Angular. Front-end application is Angular. API internally here also microservices will be there. Okay, now Express.js is a backend framework which is used to develop the backend application. Generally, Java people in this place, they will use Java or .NET. Full stack, so I will explain you. Give me some time. And this is your front-end application. Front-end application is developed by using what? Angular. I think you already have knowledge on Angular. Otherwise, it is difficult to understand. In Angular architecture, I think you already have the knowledge on components. And here you have services will be there. And here you have templates will be there. This is the architecture of Angular application. Whenever you create an Angular application, it consists of components, services, and template. Now your Angular application must communicate with this Express.js. Express.js purpose is to create APIs. API means just communicating with the database, get the result, and send the result to this particular front-end application. This is your front-end application. This is your back-end application. Okay, now front-end application is what all of you? Angular. Your front-end application is Angular. Back-end application may be Express.js. If you're a mean stack developer, back-end is Express.js. If you're a .NET developer, back-end is your microservices. Or Java developer, back-end is microservices like Spring Boot or whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, it is also an API. This API can be created either by using Java or C# or Python or whatever it may be. Without Java, .NET, Python means you have to create the API by using Express.js. And here the data transfer will be in the form of JSON. The data transfer will be in the form of JSON. And here you have the client application will be there. Client is nothing but your browser. Okay, this total application is kept on where? Server. Total application kept on server. My target is to explain about mean stack developer. Are you following? Mean stack developer means MongoDB, Express.js, Node.js, Angular. Full stack Java developer means front end is Angular, back end is Java, database is Oracle. Full stack .NET developer, front end Angular, back end C#, maybe Web API, back end is database. Full stack mean stack developer means front end is Angular without Java, .NET, Python. Front end is Angular, back end is Express.js. In order to provide services to Express.js and Angular, we have to take the support of what? Node.js. So Node.js is a runtime environment. What is the meaning of runtime environment? It will provide services to what? Runtime environment means it will provide services. It is responsible. It will provide some development tools, node modules and packages to your application, and it is responsible to run the application. In Java, you have JRE will be there, Java runtime environment. It consists of it provides some development tools plus run JVM. Similarly, in .NET, you have runtime environment is .NET framework. Similarly, the runtime environment for Express.js and Angular is Node.js. Did you understand, everyone? No. Okay, Node.js you can use like a server also, that is separate story. But coming to the role of Node here in this point is it will provide some ready-made libraries and everything to run the application. Is it clear? To your Angular and Express.js both are using the modules given by Node.js, and Node.js is only responsible to run your particular application. So here our main target is how to perform CRUD operations actually. How to perform CRUD operations here. We need to create one database, and then we need to create one API, and then we need to create some front-end application. So generally, in order to work with Angular, first of all, you need to install the softwares. That is the main point. The softwares that are required to work with Angular. Angular is separate, Express.js is separate. Lot of softwares we need to install now. Is it clear? First, we need to install Node.js. First, we need to install Node.js. First, you check whether Node.js is there or not in this machine. So first, we need to install Node.js. Go to node.js and download it. Okay, now just it's very simple to install Node.js. Here you can see, just go to your Google, and there you can type node.js. Once if it's already installed, you no need to install. Just you can see, just go to node.js. Here you can click on download. But let us check whether in my system Node.js is there or not. Here I'll try to open Node.js command prompt. Yes, it is already there. Very good. Node.js command prompt. Here you can see. Just here you check whether Node.js is installed or not. Node space -v. You can see the current version of Node.js, and then check whether npm was installed or not. npm means Node Package Manager. It is also installed along with Node.js. npm space -v. This npm is very important to download the Node modules or any packages or libraries. Then npm is required, and then check whether TypeScript is installed or not. tsc space -v. Then TypeScript version also you can see here. V represents version. Node, install the Node.js, install npm, install TypeScript, and then check whether Angular was installed or not. Node space V, that's it. ng space V, I think. You can see the version of Angular. Let us check whether Angular was installed or not. You can type the command. Yes, Angular is also installed. Angular 10 version is available here. So all the softwares that are required. First order of installation I've write here, install Node.js, and then step number 2, check whether Node.js was installed or not. Check whether Node.js was installed or not. Check whether Node.js was installed or not. Are you following? For that you have the command node space -v, and then you can write step number 3, install, check whether npm was installed or not. Check whether npm was installed or not. That is step number 3. Check whether npm was installed or not. Yes or no? The command you can give something like npm space -v. And then step number 4, install TypeScript. Install TypeScript, and then check, first you check your TypeScript. Check TypeScript was installed or not. TypeScript was installed or not. Here you can check tsc space -v. And then step number 5, check Angular was installed or not. Angular was installed or not. The command is ng space v. So these are the softwares that are required to work with Angular. Are you following? So the setup is ready. MongoDB also installed, but actually here I'm using MongoDB from cloud actual. Are you following everyone? Sorry. Here you can see here MongoDB is a database. I think you got clarity everyone? Yes or no? So here MongoDB is database server, and here your Express.js is a backend application. Angular is a front-end application. Right. In the next video, I will help you how to work with, how to create the MongoDB database, Express.js, and all the other stuff. Okay. For more videos, try to subscribe to my channel. Share this video to your friends. Thank you. Catch you later in the next video.